you were listening, but somehow nothing stuck. There's a difference between passive listening and active listening. Learning isn't about how much you consume. It's about how much you remember and apply. Your brain doesn't remember things automatically. All of these are actions that make your brain say, hey, this is important. Save it. Welcome to Farang Angmor Podcast. Level up your learning, one tip at a time. Welcome back to Farang Angmor Podcast, the show that helps you learn smarter, not harder. If you're someone who listens to English podcasts, watches YouTube videos, or even joins English classes, but feels like you forget what you learn almost immediately, this episode is for you. Let me guess, you were listening, but somehow nothing stuck. ก็ฟังอยู่นะแต่เหมือนมันจับอะไรมาไม่ได้เลย That's because there's a difference between passive listening and active listening. Active listening is when you fully engage with what you hear, not just letting the words flow past your ears, but processing them, interacting with them, and turning them into knowledge you can actually use. Because learning isn't about how much you consume. It's about how much you remember and apply. And today, I'm going to show you 3 simple but powerful techniques that will turn your listening time into real deep learning time. Let's jump in. First up, shadowing. This technique is powerful and super simple. Here's how it works. You listen to a sentence or short phrase in English, and then immediately say it out loud like a shadow following the speaker. เหมือนเป็นเงาตามเลยเขาพูดอะไรฉันก็พูดตาม The goal isn't to be perfect at first. It's to get your mouth and ears used to the natural flow of English. You train your pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation all at the same time. You don't have to do it with every sentence. Just pick the phrases that sound useful or natural and say them out loud maybe 2 to 3 times. You don't have to write Thai words to help with pronunciation because sometimes Thai script doesn't match the sounds accurately. คือถ้าเราเขียนคำอ่านเป็นภาษาไทยมันก็อาจจะไม่ได้ตรงได้เป๊ะๆเพราะว่าคำอ่านในภาษาไทยมันอาจจะไม่ได้มีเสียงนั้นในภาษาอังกฤษ So trust your ears. Number 2, take notes, but do it smart. Listening and writing might sound boring, but it depends on how you do it. Let's look at 2 techniques that work especially well for active learners. First, dictation exercise. Play a short clip and try to write what you hear without pausing too much. Even if you don't catch every word, ไม่ต้องจับให้ได้ทุกคำก็ได้นะคะ It trains your listening, spelling, and memory all at once. This is called active recall. your brain has to reach into memory and produce what it just heard. And research shows this method boosts retention a lot. You can try these free websites for dictation exercises, dailydictation.com or englishclub.com. Just 5 minutes a day can really add up. The second tip is to jot down useful phrases. Instead of writing down random words, write phrases. เป็นวลีเป็นกลุ่มคำ For example, instead of writing down the word opinion, write in my opinion. Instead of fluently, อย่างคล่องแคล่ว write speak English fluently. พูดภาษาอังกฤษได้อย่างคล่องแคล่ว That way, when you speak or write later, you already know how native speakers use that word in a chunk or sentence. Want a memory boost? ตัวช่วยเพิ่มประสิทธิภาพในการจำ Connect that phrase to your life. Make your own sentence from that phrase you just learned. เรียนวลีอะไรมากลุ่มคำอะไรมาเอาลองมาแต่งประโยคให้เกี่ยวกับชีวิตตัวเองดู I want to speak English fluently, for example. That hits harder than just the word fluently. เอามาแต่งเป็นประโยคที่เกี่ยวกับชีวิตเราความต้องการของเราจะยิ่งจำได้ดีมากยิ่งขึ้น This is based on something called the self-reference effect. When the brain sees information as personally relevant, it remembers it up to 50% better. คือจำได้ดีขึ้นกว่าเดิมอีก 50% แค่มันเกี่ยวกับเรามากยิ่งขึ้น So, make it about you. Keep these phrases somewhere easy to review. Not a piece of paper that you might just throw it away. Maybe a notebook or a note-taking app. Number 3, search immediately when you're curious. Ever hear a word and think, what does that mean? But then just ignore it? ลืมมันไปปล่อยมันช่างมัน No. That little moment of curiosity is your brain's way of saying, I want to learn this. So stop and Google it right away. If you're a beginner, you might search the word in English. แปลว่าอะไรคำในภาษาอังกฤษต่อด้วยแปลภาษาไทยก็ได้ If you're a bit more advanced and want to learn more, I would recommend learning from the definition over translation. You can search the word next to meaning. Beautiful meaning, gorgeous meaning. The faster you satisfy your curiosity, the longer you will remember the word. Listening alone isn't enough. You need to do something while listening. Your brain doesn't remember things automatically. It remembers things that feel important. And the best way to signal importance is to take action while you listen. So, whether it's saying the phrase out loud, that's shadowing, writing what you hear, that's dictation exercise, taking smart notes, Googling what you're curious about, all of these are actions that make your brain say, hey, this is important, save it. So next time you listen to this podcast or any English content, don't just sit back and let it play in the background. Speak, write, search, connect. That's how you turn passive listening into powerful learning. And if you want to go deeper and faster than that, check out our course, Listening Skill Booster at learn.farangangmor.com. It's packed with practical exercises to help you train your ear, boost your memory, and listen like a pro. And if you understand just 30% or 50% today, that's still progress. Trust the process, keep practicing, and the rest will follow. You can listen to this podcast anywhere, anytime on your favorite platform. Once you have listened to this episode, I would love to hear what you think. Let me know how we can improve, what topics you want to hear next, or any other thoughts you have got to help us make this podcast even better. And that's it for today. Bye. And this is Farang Angmor Podcast. Until next time, happy learning. อัดทิ้งเอาใหม่ได้เหรอจริงเหรอจะไม่ได้โดนมิจฉาชีพหลอกใช่ไหมลืมแล้วก็จำไม่ได้ด้วยว่าลืมอะไรไปอะเมื่อกี้ได้ไหมเปละเปละเปละเปละได้ไหมซื้อปะทำไมคุณซื้อง่ายอะคุณซื้อแบบขำๆอะ